Hi, welcome to another episode of Song Title Challenge, where the question is, climbers, how would you write this one? This is a part of the show where climbers, listeners of this podcast, send in their song titles to info@daredevilproduction.com. Production is singular. There is no S. info@daredevilproduction.com. And put song title challenge in the subject line so it gets into the right folder. If you don't, it won't. You can send in as many titles as you want. What I do is look through the emails, try to pick out a title that I think would work, and spring them on Brent live on the podcast. And we spend 15 minutes trying to hash out 4 or 5 different conceptual approaches to writing the same song title. So this exercise, first of all, is a fun, creative exercise. It's not a co-write in any way, shape, or form. Use all of what we say, use none of what we say if you're the writer with the title, but just, if you hit, we want to be invited to the number one party.
We do, right? Like number one parties, yes.
And this is a amazing exercise to go through your hook book on some of your old titles that maybe have lost a little bit of energy and like in a wilted lettuce kind of a way. And if you go back on Song Title Challenge them, you'd be amazed at all of a sudden how something you put in your hook book 3 years ago is just like the coolest thing ever now. And you get excited about it again to write the lyrics. So this is all about like the conceptual approach before the lyrics. And sometimes you can take the most mundane title.
Yeah.
And really do something cool with it, right?
Yeah, I'd much rather do something really cool with an awesome title, but sometimes it's amazing what you can do with a mundane title. I have a funny story. So I guess it was just 2 days ago or so. I was writing with a couple Canadians. I was writing with a guy that's on MDM recordings, and his name's Don Amaro, and I was writing with Doug Folkens. And so Don, he's writing for singles up there, and anyway, so we bounced around ideas for a while, and I ended up bringing up this title that I had and draft lyric of it. And so they really dug it. So we were working on that. And anyway, at the end of the write, Doug asked me, he's like, hey, I'm just kind of curious. He's being a student of the game. Like, where'd you get that title? Where'd that come from? What were you thinking when that came up? He thought it was a cool title. I was like, I don't know. Let me look. And I looked, and sure enough, it was one that came out of my personal song title challenge from about halfway back in my book. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't remember where this came from because this title's probably 10 years old. But just this year, I'd song title challenged it because it came up in the rotation, and I worked on it just like a month or two ago, whatever. And that day was the right day to bring that in. And it was good. He's like, yeah, where'd you find that? I'm like, I don't know. It's been at least a decade, but I just brought it out of mothballs and figured out like how to write it. And hopefully we can hear it on the radio someday. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we can do. That's what we can do with these.
All right. Well, are you ready?
But that's never stopped me. My whole life is not ready, but go anyway.
Okay, so this title comes from Chris Rogers.
Chris.
And the title is One Cloud Above.
Ooh, that's interesting.
One Cloud Above.
All right. Thanks for sending that in, Chris. Yeah, let's see what we can dig in there.
So I have to give my hot take on it?
Oh, yeah, give your hot take. Okay.
My hot take is I have absolutely no idea what to think about this title. Like, it doesn't strike me as, just a boring, benign title.
Right.
I don't think I've ever heard it before, which I find, I guess, interesting. But right now, I'm like, what the hell are we going to do with this? This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea where this could go. So this will be interesting to see. But we've had much more boring titles on this show.
Yes.
Sometimes I usually have like a couple ideas, like when I have it going, and I'll let you get started, and then I'll bust in on you like Mr. Carter.
Right.
But I'm at a loss right now. Maybe I'm just having a brain fart.
Yeah. So my hot take on it is it's interesting. Like, you just heard my reaction when you said it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting place to start. Like, okay, what are we going to do with this? So I do have some ideas.
Okay.
In the 10, 20 seconds you were talking there, some ideas hit me. So one of the first things I thought of is an old John Michael Montgomery song. I don't think it was a single, but he had a song called Cloud 8. The thing about Cloud 9. Man, I'm on Cloud 9. And he's like, down here on Cloud 8, a bunch of nothing's going on. And I can hear them above me. They're having a good time. And I'm just down there on Cloud 8.
That is an awesome. There's nothing going on. There's a bunch of nothing going on.
Yeah. And it's like I hear the party upstairs.
I'm so stealing that. Like I love
Yeah.
just as a term,
What's
just
up,
as
man?
a
I'm just living
vocabulary
on cloud
term.
8.
I'm the mayor of Cloud 8.
Yeah. So that was the first thing I thought of was like, but all the good stuff's just one cloud above, man. And so it could be, there are different ways you can do that.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Sure.
You could, and this is, this is all live, right? So I'm just making it up as I go. But so one thing is I'm stuck on cloud 8. It's kind of a downer. All the good stuff is one cloud above. Or it could be the more motivational stuff. Like, look how far we've come. Everything I want is just one cloud above. Like to get to the cloud 9, just one more, baby. Just one more. I'm getting there, which is a more empowering and more hopeful thing.
Uh-huh.
There's that. So one cloud above, I mean, it could be a lost relationship. I'm just kind of hanging on and she's down here on cloud 8 and she's found new love, just one cloud above, so you say cloud 9 without saying it kind of thing or something, I'm like,
yeah.
oh crap. Which is negative, but
she's found new love, one cloud above.
one cloud
I like
above,
that.
right? It could be the thing about, and one thing I like about the title is there's that image, one cloud and it's above, right? So I see this thing, right? I see a blue sky with one cloud. And what could that mean? Could it be there's only one cloud above, but that's all I'm focused on, not the rest of the blue sky. I just keep looking up and all I see is one cloud above.
And when's it going to rain again?
Yeah, it's like that negative mindset. I'm just staring up at one cloud above. It's like, but the rest of the sky is blue. Stop, so it could be like, stop looking at just, you're missing all the blue sky. Just focus on that one cloud above.
Whatever you're searching for, you're going to find.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, it's so that, which is still, deeper negative. Like,
so like you could spin that with, that's what you get when you're waiting for rain on the one cloud from the one cloud above.
Yeah.
Or, you sort of spin it that way. That's interesting.
Yeah, it could be a song about hope, like needing rain. Come on, I'm not giving up as long as there's one cloud above.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not giving up on
Didn't
that rain
that coming.
I need. There we go. So yeah, I'm not giving up.
Nothing but touchdowns right here, man.
As long as there's one cloud above. All right. So I'm thinking like, okay, how do we make this a big hit song, right? I also think this may not be the big hit song thing, but like somebody who's passed, someone you love who's gone to heaven, right? Mm-hmm. Something about the cloud above, which is not, theologically accurate, up there hanging out on clouds and playing harps, but you can still, for a more secular genre, you can still play off that notion of, I know you're looking down as long as there's one cloud above or something. It could even be that, or it could be, is it like you're on one of those clouds above, like it may be raining and stuff. I know you're up in the clouds, you're looking down, like as long as there's one cloud above, I'm not alone kind of thing. So I wonder if, there's a spiritual heaven kind of component, like where there's hope and I know you're kind of looking down. So that could be something. I'm not sure exactly how to spin
Well,
that.
I got one. Maybe this is like juxtaposed against if you're just looking at the one cloud and you're waiting for it to rain, and the singer of the song is describing somebody in the third person. Mm-hmm. It just depends on how you look at that one cloud above. And then here's what I see.
I see a little shade. I see a little rain we might need. I see, that'll cool off,
Yeah, like all that, man. It makes the pictures cooler, right? Because you get the softer light.
Right.
We can use a little rain for the crops. We've got like all those or the cloud shapes.
Yeah,
when you were a kid and you used to look up and look at the clouds and see what they look like,
shapes and faces in the clouds. Yeah,
it could be that sort of inspirational thing where you're talking to somebody, right, and saying, "Hey, but this and it's about a mindset change, right?"
Yeah,
ultimately.
I think also of like this be more of a Southern gospel thing because it's Bible story based, but Elijah. So he had told. I
love that whiskey.
What was his name? Do what?
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't hear you. So Elijah, he told the king there, bad king, all into idol worship and stuff. He's like, it's not going to rain till I say so. By the power of God, it's not going to rain. So it drought for like 3 years, and that king was not happy with Elijah. And anyway, they had the whole big thing on Mount Carmel where the prophets of Baal were doing their thing and God sent down fire from heaven, all that stuff. And they got rid of all the prophets of Baal and it was time for it to rain again. And off in the distance, Elijah saw one little cloud coming. He's like, y'all get ready. It's coming. And I can't remember what after, but he started running to to beat the king somewhere or something before the rain came. Hadn't rained in like years.
Right.
You know, he saw that one cloud off in the distance. He's like, it's go time. You know, that faith.
Right.
So there's that. There's the thing about
one cloud above can be attached to faith.
Faith, exactly. Like, I'm going to run, even if there's just one cloud above. Like, I know the rain's going to come, even if it's just one small cloud above. You know, like way off in the horizon, there's one cloud above. Like, I got faith; it's coming. The Lord's going to provide.
That's interesting.
There's going to be that breakthrough. So you can play off that. Elijah didn't wait to start getting where he was needing to be for the rain until it was all dark clouds. And he just saw that little cloud on the horizon. He's like, that's it. I'm going. So faith, it could also be like the Hebrews in the wilderness when they followed. God sent a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day, kind of his presence, and they were following him through the desert. And so one cloud above, like I'm just following, man. I don't need to know where all we're going. I just need that one cloud above. So if you can tie that in with like the Hebrew story of following where God was leading through the desert, it's a wilderness, it's a desert. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know exactly where we're going, but I'm trusting him. So I'm going to follow as long as there's one cloud above. You know, I'm going. So you can do some cool like gospel-y stuff on that.
How about juxtaposing against what's below?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like maybe you're on one cloud above, but you're looking below, right? Maybe you're on cloud 9 looking and you're describing what's going on cloud 8. What about that?
It's all good stuff up here, one cloud above.
Doesn't suck. Like, and that could be the metaphor for like just the greatest relationship. You found the love of your life. You met this girl and it's like, now I know what it's like to be one cloud above.
Yeah. It could be because it was cloud 8 and it was cool. It was approaching great.
I met some characters, you know.
It was all right, but now I know, man, how good it is. One cloud above.
Yeah,
a little bit higher than I was, and falling in love. One cloud above. You know, it's
a little bit higher than I was. Yeah.
So that could be like your more positive love thing. Yeah, life was cool before. It was a party, but this whole cloud 9 thing, or it was cloud 9, but girl, you just took me one cloud above. This one goes to 11.
These go to 11.
Right, because it's louder.
Why don't you just make 10 the loudest, but just like put a preamplifier in there and just make it louder.
But this is 11.
These go to 11.
Right. So anyway, finally watch that.
Good. So watch it again because you'll pick up some stuff that you
more stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. That could be the thing. I was on I thought I was on cloud 9 already. Like life was good, whatever, and we just took a step up.
Yeah, I didn't think it could get any better than this.
And here I am, one cloud above. That could be we're married, and I didn't think, and we're cloud 9, but wow, but now we got a baby. Now we're a cloud above. There could be something like that where it's more domestic, depending on your lane. Or it could be more falling in love. Like I thought life was already rocking and rolling, and now I met you, and now it was cloud 9. Now I'm a cloud above. So that could be a younger type thing, or something that doesn't bring in the family. So that all depends on your lane, what you want to do with it. Let's see.
How about a party song?
Mm-hmm.
Like Friday, everybody climbs up one cloud above, right? And we're talking about how we're high on life and we're high on liquor and, we're high on love and all that's like I got 40 hours worth of trouble to drown, you know.
One cloud above. A cloud of smoke. There's a cloud of smoke above us. There's that bunch of, I don't think there are any angels hanging out on that one cloud above us right now. It's a cloud of smoke and a
cloud of smoke on an old dirt road. With
I mean, that's you start bringing in the bro kind of thing, and it's a cloud of dust. It's like we're making it rain with only one cloud above. There's a thing about that. Like let's see, one cloud above. Yeah, if it's a cloud of dust, I think behind a truck going down the dirt road kind of thing. And one cloud above. I'm trying to think about why that. That's the whole thing. Like why is that one cloud important? It can't just be tacked on. Like you want that to mean something. What is that? Let's see. There's a really cool Brad Paisley song, I think from his very first record, Who Needs Pictures, and it's called Cloud of Dust. And it's about a farmer. He's praying for rain through a cloud of dust because he's out there farming and all this coming up is this cloud of dust behind his tractor. not a cloud in the sky, but he's praying for rain from, through a cloud of dust. It's cool.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was really neat. It was like that's how dry it was, but he's still praying for rain.
Oh, how about this? How about, there's a line from a Lynch Mob song that was, she takes a puff from her cigarette and blows her thoughts away, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if that cloud above is all your troubles go out with it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's, I don't know if you want to glorify smoking, but like cigarettes or anything else, but,
Yeah, I mean, depending on your lane, you for sure could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
that could be a rock thing.
That's kind of what I was talking about. Like, there's no angel sitting on that one cloud above us. So that cloud of smoke and haze and.
But I'm seeing something in the purple haze. Yeah.
I'm seeing something. Yeah. one cloud above. I mean, maybe it is. I mean, if it were that, smoking pot and all that stuff. Now we're in the middle of the cloud. Like one cloud above.
Yeah.
If we could do that cloud 9 thing, and we're just one cloud above, a cloud of smoke. But I'm not the guy to write that. One cloud above. It's interesting. I feel like there's so much potential there. One cloud above.
Oh, how about the one that kind of either the one that got away or the girl that's on the pedestal that you don't have a relationship with yet, the crush, right?
Yeah.
And so like you're talking about how great your life is on cloud 9. Everything's just fine right here on cloud 9. But what I really want is one cloud above.
Yeah.
Just out of reach.
Yeah. That'd be cool. And I was thinking too, is just that one cloud above, if it's in the right spot, it can still kind of block out the sun.
Mm-hmm.
It can still block out the sun with only one cloud above. Let one poison pill, that one fly in the ointment, that one thing that's kind of screwing everything up, which is more negative. It's like, I don't know if I want to hear that. One cloud above. I'm just trying to picture an artist on the stage singing one cloud above. Like, how is that anthemic? There's above the clouds and one cloud above. I'm above the cloud, one cloud above. I'm one cloud above the rain. Which is interesting. I'm one cloud above the rain. Like I'm not getting rained on. I'm flying too high for that. I'm one cloud above. Man, it's like it's raining. Like life's hard or whatever, but your love gets me flying one cloud above. All the rain and all the darkness and stuff. It's up here in the sun,
not wet up
right?
here.
Like it's all sunshine up here because you're one cloud above. Thunderstorms and.
There's
lightning.
A lot of sunshine up here, up in the atmosphere, one cloud above.
Yeah.
There's that, what's below, right? What's below
one cloud
the
above the rain.
One cloud above what?
Yeah, exactly. He's just one. I mean, I wonder if it's literally like you're on an airplane and you're one cloud above what? Like you're physically there. We've been doing it mainly metaphorically, but what if you're physically one cloud above what? One cloud above America, because you're flying across country, one cloud above, Colorado. I don't know. That could be interesting, like a very story type deal.
Yeah, it could be like a cool song about the Rocky Mountains, right? Or the Appalachian Mountains, or your favorite flyover states. Could be like a flyover state kind of groove, like with
Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean
wrote. Yeah, to get way more storyline. What if you're flying home because someone you love has passed away and you're up here above the clouds, but there's still one cloud above.
Ooh,
as high up as you are,
good.
You're still one cloud above. You're just
that's good.
You always were that angel, and you're even up here, 35,000 feet. You're still one cloud above.
Yeah, I've never been this high before. Like your first flight. And
it could be something like that, or just thinking about it, like think about the clouds and make you think about heaven and all that stuff. And you're going, home for the funeral, or because they just passed or whatever, but or coming back from the funeral, but knowing that, man, no, even this high up, you're still one cloud above. Maybe I always looked up to you.
Yeah,
kind of the cloud as a pedestal, or you're always an angel here on earth, kind of thing. But even way up here,
that's really good. Yeah,
you're still one cloud above. So that could be cool because that's still kind of a secular kind of heavenly song that could work for like a country thing or something like that, a real kind of story thing. So, yeah, those are some ideas.
We got a lot of good looks on that, man, for sure.
I'm sure there are.
So
what
can Chris do if she wants to write the song with you?
Yeah, I think we've had a coaching session before years ago, but I'm available for consultations, private song title challenges, coach writing, all that good stuff. I can help you prepare your song. I can help you repair your song. Q&A, pick my brain, all that good stuff. You can get all the details. You can see my calendar, and you can book a session at songwritingpro.com/coaching. That is songwritingpro.com/coaching. And I want to help you write your best songs ever.
There you go, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of another killer song title challenge. Send your titles, as many as you want, into info@daredevilproduction.com and put song title challenge in the subject line, please, so it gets in the right folder. If you don't, it won't. And I don't know how many titles we probably lost because people don't follow that, but
that's part of the game.
But anyway, this podcast exists because we want you to win, so keep on climbing.
And we'll see you at the top.